Glad you made it back, my friends. We are watching the rise of the liberty-loving Latino. The latest Quinnipiac poll shows Biden approval among Hispanics has fallen to 19%. That's an all-time low. While conservative Hispanics like Mayra Flores trailblaze in government, she just co-sponsored a border security bill. We'll get more into that here in a minute. Meanwhile, the Texas Public Policy Foundation survey of Hispanic voters shows the vast majority of Hispanics both back parental school choice and border security. Joining me now is Trump-endorsed Mayor of Hialeah, Florida, Esteban Bovo. Sir, welcome, Mr. Mayor. Today's Democrats resemble the Castros and the Maduros of the world. A vote for a Democrat is a vote for slavery, poverty, and government control. And I think Hispanics get that, don't they?
Well, no doubt in the city of Hialeah, we get it loud and clear. Many of the folks that I represent came basically fleeing this perverse political ideology that somehow or another makes people believe that the state will grant you everything that they want. And they try to even convince you that the state is working on your best interest much more than you can do for yourself. So this is a city that has seen that example up close and personal. And you know, sadly, we've seen what the Democratic Party has become over the last 15, 20 years. It has been hijacked by this left-leaning mentality that it's no surprise that not just Cuban Americans, but Hispanics across the board are looking for alternatives because they know this version of what the Democratic Party is selling.
Well, Mr. Mayor, I can tell you, I'm broadcasting from the great state of Texas, and Latino communities are being destroyed all across the country, including here in my great state of Texas. I know your city has been impacted as well. Congresswoman Mayra Flores authoring her first bill aiming to help law enforcement officially respond to cross-border criminal activity. Doesn't this disrupt the narrative from folks at MSNBS and CNN that all Latinos love lawbreaking?
Well, look, for a long time, they've taken us for granted. In fact, I think they've kind of laughed us off, thinking that we're all lumped into one mentality. And what we've seen is in many instances, the Hispanic community is not only law-abiding, but the Hispanic community loves the United States of America. They want their children to be embedded with this foundation of freedom, of liberty, of fair play. I know many Hispanics that take offense to these laws that somehow or another tilt the scale toward their end because somehow or another, because we're Hispanic, we need a helping hand. On the contrary, what we want is government to get the out of the way and allow us to prosper and let our own talents decide where we go in life.
Damn straight. The Congressional Budget Office, the nonpartisan Congressional Budget Office, reports that under the Inflation Reduction Act, which is a silly name, 90% of the IRS agents will be targeting Americans who make $200,000 or less. And that means Democrats are coming to punish the vast majority of the Latino community. How do you think local governments like you, Mr. Mayor, how can you blunt the damage?
Well, look, it's concerning, and this shouldn't be any surprise. We did see under the Obama administration that they had weaponized the IRS at that moment to look at non-for-profits that may have, you know, spouted a conservative point of view. So this is, to me, just another extension. The last thing anybody in the United States has asked for is more IRS agents. On the contrary, they want border security. They want teachers to teach their kids math, reading, and period, nothing else, right? Yet somehow or another, there's been a disconnect with the far left and those that advocate that having more IRS agents somehow or another is better for the daily lives, or it's going to improve the quality of my life, which is a joke. And unfortunately, those that are middle class, those that are trying to build their own businesses will probably be the target of these IRS agents that'll probably make sure that they carry out every single rule that's never been adopted before, but they'll push on, especially, you know, for those that are middle class, those that have that mom and pop business owner, which is the vast majority in the United States.
Mayor Esteban Bovo, thank you, sir. It's a pleasure to meet you. Come back soon on the Chris Salcedo Show.
J.P. Morgan's CEO is warning that an economic hurricane is coming. Are you preparing? If you don't do anything, your 401k could be a 201k, and that is not good. So call our trusted friends at Lear Capital. For 25 years, Lear has helped investors own gold to protect against market chaos. It's a good thing. They can help you too. Get your information and up to $15,000 in bonus IRA gold. Just call this number, 800-880-4300. That's 800-880-4300.